Garry Kelly. Your music, your station. Your music, your station. Galway FM.
Welcome back. You're tuned to your number one station, Galway Bay FM. Now, I'm delighted to be joined on the line by one of the best artists around in Ireland, and he has just released a brand new album, Strawberry Blood, and that track I was playing for you there, Waiting for the Night to Come, is the new single from it. Mundy, you're very welcome.
Thanks very much.
Now, I got to say, first of all, congratulations. You're a proud father of a baby girl.
That's right, yeah. Eden is her name.
Mundy, I have a little bone to pick with you. I was away in Corfu there about 2 weeks ago, and I went into a real local Greek pub, trying to get a bit of a taste of the traditional lifestyle over there.
Okay.
And first song I heard when I walked in there was the Galway Girl.
Right.
It's taken on a life of its own, without doubt.
Yeah. I mean, it's been around a long time now, so I'd say the wings are getting tired. It's an unusual kind of thing to not plan something and for it to turn into something so big. I mean, we were very lucky with it, and it's a great old song anyway. So
it is a great song, and I don't know how many women out there have actually claimed it to be their song.
Right.
The new album, I didn't recognise it at first when I seen your face on the front cover of it, Strawberry Blood. Certainly reinvented yourself.
I was after watching this movie called Dead Man. It's a Jim Jarmusch movie with Johnny Depp in it, and there's a scene in it where this Indian paints Johnny Depp's face with the blood of a deer. The last kind of 7 or 8 shots in the photo shoot that we did, I wanted to do some with this kind of makeup on that looked like the movie anyway. So they turned out being my favourite shots. We took about 2,000 photographs, and that was my favourite one.
The album as well, the music is very different to, I suppose, the normal side, especially going back to Jelly Legs, which is nearly, 13 years old at this stage?
See, there's a bit of confusion out there as to what I really do, and I mean, I'm fairly adaptable because I listen to a lot of different types of music. But I think Galway Girl, because it lasted so long, like it was out there for about 3 years, people, I think, began to associate that style of music with what I did. So this is really kind of more indie and pop, Strawberry Blood.
What happened in Meath there when you had to cancel the concert?
It's ages ago now, but I just I had to postpone it due to me going through a rough time, and basically the venue wasn't, I don't think it was suitable for anyone to perform in, because there was no exit or entrance onto the stage where you had to walk through the crowd to get to the stage, and it was always a weird affair, but you know, I cleared it all up. I went back and I did a way bigger gig a couple of weeks later, and
yeah, well, it definitely wasn't the best organised event, but the fact that I found interesting was it was kind of the first insight I really got into, that you were saying that you had panic attacks, that sometimes adrenaline even on stage became so intense that it would form a more difficult emotion to deal with.
Well, it can do, you know. I mean, it's like the thing is, you know, my point in the whole thing is that the fact that I found out how to say no was a huge thing. Whereas, you know, as a musician, you end up saying yes. People would never think that you get sick or have a bad day. You're expected to be on fire all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some terrible gigs by some of my heroes, and because I'm a musician, I can kind of relate to it and I don't hold it against them. But some people have huge expectations and expect people to play in any old situation, you know. And I just found it therapeutical for myself to be able to say, you know what, this isn't happening today, I'll come back and do it another day. Regarding panic attacks, there's probably a lot of sufferers out there that don't realise how many other people are out there, especially when you're having it for the first time. You don't know who to talk to about it because you don't realise that that's what's happening to you. But I mean, I don't want to be a spokesperson for it, but it's probably something that goes on quite a lot in professional and probably in all sorts of life. You don't have to have a serious job to have one, you know. You can just be lost or claustrophobic or whatever, you know. You've
collaborated with some great artists, especially the household names of Shane MacGowan and Gemma Hayes. Was that intentional when you were, you know, getting the album put together, that you wanted to work with some artists? Regarding
Shane MacGowan, I had asked him ages ago, but I didn't really know him that well at the time, and he was like, you know, I'm not really doing a whole lot of music, or, you know, I think he wasn't going to commit to me straight away. But over the last couple of years, I got to know him quite well with all the gigs that we've done, and I heard his voice in the song even before I'd even recorded it.
All right.
And just in my head, I just thought it'd be, if I was to get him to sing on something, this was the song. So I rang him up, and he was like, well, come over to the house and play it to me. And so I went over, and he loved the record, played it to him a good few times, and he said, right, tomorrow I'll be in. So I collected him, went in, and he was brilliant.
So just finally on the album, Mundy, why was it, 4 to 5 years before it came out? Was there a particular reason for that?
The first 2 years were basically because I didn't have any songs.
Okay.
Well, I put out my live album in 2006 as a kind of a bridge in the gap, because basically my live gigs were going so well. The album before that went to #1. My gigs were doing really well, and I thought, okay, right, let's make a DVD. Let's capture this while it's fresh. We brought Sharon on as a special guest, and we did Galway Girl. And then there was a change in the charts with the downloads, where if a download sold enough copies, it could become chartable without having to register it.
Yeah.
So Galway Girl all of a sudden was being downloaded to bits, and next minute was going in and out of #1 all the time. So myself and Sharon were on a huge demand then, and we were getting festivals and gigs. And I mean, like last New Year's Eve and the year before, we played to 4,000 people, pulling serious crowds. So I kind of couldn't go, right, I'm running into the studio now to do the album. I really had to embrace the success of it. So that's why it took 5 years.
I met Sharon last week, actually, Mundy, for the first time, and I couldn't believe how genuine she was and how grounded she is.
Yeah, she blows people away. I mean, she's like an angel, you know.
Good news as well for the people of Galway. You're coming here on Sunday the 31st of May. You'll be playing in the Black Box. And that's a celebration of the Roisin Dubh, who are 5 years on the go. Like many other artists, have been great and really kind of helping you up the ladder in the industry over the last few years.
Well, I've been helping them too, you know.
Exactly.
I have to thank Roisin Dubh for breaking my career. No, Roisin Dubh is an establishment that basically Galway wouldn't be the same without it. No. And it's great that Googie and the lads came in to rescue the place. It could have turned into a cafe, wine bar,
one of these strip club,
but they kept it as the venue that it is and was. And every city needs a good venue, and that's definitely one of them. And it has had a lot of history and a lot of serious talent play there at some point.
Absolutely.
But I love playing in Galway because I've got a huge support down there. So
excellent. And you're going to be back again in Galway because you're doing your nationwide tour in June. So you'll be back in Galway on the 27th of June in the Roisin Dubh, and tickets are already on sale there for that. People can get them online, or they can simply call into the Roisin Dubh and pick them up there. And you're going to be at Electric Picnic as well, which is going to be great fun. Festivals are always cool.
Yeah, I love playing at that.
Yeah, it's a really chill out festival.
Well, it's getting bigger and bigger every year, but as long as I don't have to walk through too many crowds, I don't care.
Or use the toilets.
Yeah, well, bring your Imodium.
Mundy, the very best of luck with the album. To be honest with you, from some of the people I've been talking to inside the business industry of music, who sometimes kind of have a quib at artists every so often when they bring out albums, everyone is talking really highly of this album and giving it some good words, so that's a good sign anyways.
Yeah, well, hopefully, I mean, it's been a slow burner so far. I'm hoping the next single will definitely start the ball rolling. You know, it's nice that something doesn't kind of hop off the shelves straight away, and it is it's a weird climate, you know. Physical CDs are not being sold as much as I'd like to think they should be, because I put a lot of work into the artwork and all that kind of stuff. So it's a kind of a weird time, you know. It's a big crossover, but I think the album, I think it's the best thing I've done, and I think there's a lot of great songs on there. So.
And Tenerife is going to be the next tune, isn't it?
Tenerife is the next single, for all the jet setters.
Yeah, well, we always need a summer tune to cheer us up as well.
Yeah, well, thanking me for that.
Thank you. Well, the best of luck anyways with it. Looking forward to seeing you in Galway on Sunday the 31st of May in the Black Box, and you'll be back again as well towards the end of June. Mundy, thank you very much, and best of luck with your new album, Strawberry Blood.
Thanks very much.
That's the brilliant musician there, Mundy, talking to us there about his new album, Strawberry Blood. And of course, we have to play it for you. Here is the Galway Girl.
I took a stroll down the old long walk of the day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft day. And I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do